landed you. Heeb and Goy, Heeb and Goy. Two old men who like to complain. Heeb and Goy, Heeb and Goy. We hope that you will come back again. Welcome to the Heeb and Goy Show, episode 42.
Episode 42, and we're back. Very nice. How you doing, Dan?
I'm good. I am in prep mode.
Dan's got his Iron Maiden T-shirt because him and all his old friends are going to go watch Iron Maiden in New York City in a
So we were talking
Red
about
Sea
this off air,
owner's box.
we were talking about this off air, but I now, I suppose the old days, if you wanted the tour merch, you had to go to the show. You can't buy the tour merch in the store. There's no store to sell the tour merch. Right. Now, what Maiden does is they email all the fans like, hey, here's what we got. This is what's going to be at the arena. You can buy it there, fine, but for the same price, you can get it right now. We'll ship it to you. So
let me ask you this, though, because it's not just Iron Maiden, but like traditionally, every single time you buy a shirt at a concert, the price is going to be astronomical. Tell me how much that shirt was. Let me guess. Is it the official? Hold on. Let me guess. That's the official tour shirt that they're saying. It's got the dates on the back.
See,
I'm going to guess.
Dates on the back. Correct.
Okay. That shirt was $50.
No, it wasn't $50. I'm trying to find.
Oh, it's got to be close to 50.
No, I can't find the order email. I'm going purely on memory.
Guess.
I believe it was 35.
That's not horrible.
No, it's not.
That's really not horrible.
Oh, here we go. Orange store shipped. Future past. No, it's $40. $40 each.
Plus tax, but all in 40?
In tax. No, yeah. When all in, it was
you're looking at
a little bit under 50 each. Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, so I get a discount as I'm a pathetic fan club member. So
hold on. You pay a month. Hold on. You pay a yearly fee to be in the Iron Maiden Eddie Club or something.
It's the fan club. Now you get perks. There are perks. There are perks. You get pre-sale shit. You know, they think Maiden. Okay, so let's be fair.
Yeah.
They're all hazards now. They're all hazards.
Of course. I mean, there's no one that gets it. Sure.
Gene Simmons was the forebear of this, but they're all hazards.
Yeah. Another nickel for Kiss.
Now look, as this goes, Maiden is good because Maiden, their shows, first of all, every ticket costs the same. Whether you have a floor seat, whether you're in the nosebleeds, the same price.
Oh, I'm not bagging on Maiden, bro.
No, I'm giving them props because like fucking Metallica, who I still love their old stuff, but like they are peak hazards. If you get a floor seat at Metallica, dude, it's $1 zillion versus the nosebleeds. Which
no, Metallica's bad, and that's where me and you are different. Whereas, okay. So we both like Metallica's early material, of
course,
and we both agree that the newer Metallica is less than. Problem is I mean, it's just interesting difference where you say you would say that I like Metallica, I'm a fan of Metallica, and that's based on the earlier, work. But you can still say you would say if in a complete sentence that ends with a period, I'm a fan of Metallica. Whereas me, I feel the same way about the music. I really love the early stuff. But I can't say that sentence. I'm a fan of Metallica.
Simply because of how bad they are now?
Simply because of how bad they are now. Like, I get that there's early, and I can add the caveat after that sentence, but I will not say the sentence, I'm a fan of Metallica. It's just way too cringy for me. But it's both valid, it's just, I can't release.
No, we don't. The thing is, we don't disagree at all. Like, in my opinion, they haven't put out anything good in 30 years. Okay?
Easily.
In my opinion.
But they're so fucking cringe with it just goes way beyond that. It's just there
is something weird about them. You're right about that. And I can't put my finger on it.
Well, what is it? I know what it is. When they came out with that documentary called Some Kind of Monster, that's where it really changed because they watched that. People got a real People got a real sense of how douchey they are.
They're
And I was
douchey.
just, it's funny you mentioned this. I was just recently watching videos of, it came up on TikTok. It said Metallica bass player trials. And it was just when they were looking for a bass player.
Yeah.
And it was the three of these dudes, James Hetfield and Lars and the other guy, sitting around bringing in different bass players who were playing for them.
Right.
And it came off as so like, play for me and you will be so lucky. And it was so fucking cringy. And Lars Ulrich was like, I really like the way this guy, he just totally knew it. And James was like, they would choose the bass player and he would be like, congratulations, your world will change. We're going to write you a huge check. It was like just so fucking, and it was in a big office, like a corporate, like
they hired a fucking therapist. I mean,
that's what was cringy. It's like, okay, you can't, I get that you should see a therapist, but maybe don't let the fans in on that because it's a little.
Well, no. On an individual level, of course, therapy's great. I just think the idea of a rock and roll
level,
band,
no. A cool level, no.
It just shows you that it's basically an organization. It's a corporation.
I hate Metallica.
So I can't say, but I can't utter that sentence because I absolutely love And Justice for All and the stuff before that.
I love Kill 'Em All and Ride the Lightning. Those are
great too. Those are great too. But for me, Justice, which is the first record they made without Cliff, was with with Jason Newsted.
That's true.
It was so good. The energy of that album, even though they were douchey and they turned down the bass. That mean again, what do you say? What do you have to say? They hazed Jason Newsted by turning down the bass mix on the record. It's so fucking bad.
And as a drummer, there are so many funny like inside drummer jokes about Lars. Like in the drummer community, there is in the drummer community, there is a unilateral hatred of Lars Ulrich and his work.
Of course, yeah. The guy is a douche. I mean, but again, I'm not going to say I hate Metallica, even though they haven't done anything.
I'll say it. I hate Metallica. I love Ride the Lightning. I'll say I love that album
because their early stuff, in particular, Injustice for All, but all of the early stuff,
so good,
so good.
That,
like they bought in that's enough like karma for me that I won't say I hate them. I will just sort of roll my eyes. Right.
I think they fucking, I'm different.
And it's weird to me. The other thing about it that's strange, and I'm fascinated by this, how in 1991, the music business decided, we're not doing that anymore about metal. They just decided, right? It wasn't an organic thing. It was decided by the music business. We're not doing that anymore. We're not putting any money into these bands. We don't give a shit. We're doing this now, meaning grunge. But for some reason, Metallica was exempted. I don't know why. I don't know what it is that made them
because guys in the grunge community, like Kurt Cobain might have had a Metallica sticker on his amplifier. Like the guy from Soundgarden might have worn a Metallica t-shirt on stage.
You think that's it?
Yeah, I do. Because absolutely, you're right. They got a pass.
But there's so many bands that were transcended eras, like Maiden. Maiden is not like that's an 80s band. Like Maiden.
No, Maiden got the pass too. I mean, Maiden
Maiden went away in the 90s, basically. Like
that's
Bruce left. They put out a couple of records nobody cared about.
Yeah.
And Bruce came back in 2000.
As we know, grunge was the king. Look, grunge came out and finally made these record companies a shitload of money. And, of course.
Yeah, but why couldn't that exist along with metal? Why did they have to? They literally turned off the spigot, but not for Metallica. Metallica was still okay. I don't get it.
I think they got a pass for what I said, but I mean, grunge was it. If grunge becomes the main feeding frenzy, they're all going to go after that. Because it's the new thing in music. It's the new thing that's going to be exciting, and so they're just dropping any metal band left and right. Like
I know, I'm still sore about it, but yeah, it's odd to me that Metallica gets a pass. And look, I have a PhD in this subject, right? If you said to me, Dan, name me some bands from that era that were metal bands in the 80s that have put out anything good, let's say in the last 20 years, or let's say this century, since 2000, right? Metallica's not one of them. right?
Yeah.
There's a handful that have, but Metallica is not one of them.
Yeah.
And it's wild because they're huge still, right? No one gives a fuck about any of their new material.
They cruise on the old shit because Metallica is at least smart enough to know when they play a concert, they're gonna play Injustice for All. They're not gonna play an hour and a half of the new material. They know full well. I mean, they'll crowbar them in, but
you're
gonna
talking
play
stadiums, man. They're selling stadiums, and the thing that it just drives me insane as kind of a purist is it's all the tickets are supposed to cost the same. The people who get the floor are supposed to be the ones who get in line first, so to speak, right? But now it's not like that. It's now Maiden does it like that still. Metallica does not.
You know what? And you're right. Like there are some like, all right, I'm no fan of Billy Joel, right? But he does something with his concerts that's kind of interesting too. I don't know if you know this or not. Like again, I'm not a fan of this guy, but apparently what he does is the very first line, the people that are right up front of the stage, he doesn't sell those tickets at all. The first fucking row, he doesn't sell it at all. What he does is he leaves that entire row, it's probably like 40 seats, empty. And then right before the concert, he sends his fucking cronies up to the very nosebleed section. I'm talking nosebleed. And he has these guys pull out people randomly from the fucking farthest back and says, hey, guess what? You're sitting up front. And so that way they're just losing their mind up there.
That's pretty cool.
I think that's fucking cool. I'm not like, again, I think this guy's a fucking, but I do like that idea.
The other thing Maiden does that you'll appreciate is they're probably the only act on the planet that still does this. They still do a general admission floor.
Yeah, I like that.
See, I don't get those seats because I just don't dig that anymore.
Well, it's funny because look, Metallica, Iron Maiden, a bunch of other bands, your fan base is in their 50s. So you got to reckon
that, and that is true. But when I go to these Maiden shows, man, it is
younger people
amazing how many young people are there. I'm always amazed. I expect it to be everybody my age.
I mean, same thing when I go to like any kind of like Grateful Dead type of or these fucking
the Dead that's cross generational. We joke that it's a boomer rock, but that'll be around forever.
Yeah.
All right, so I have something for you. I don't want to bore the audience with music, so I got something for you. This is something you and I have discussed. You like this topic.
Am I going to be annoyed? I like this topic.
No, you like it. So the wife is sitting next to me the other day, and she's on Instagram. She's like, "Oh my god." And she brings up this Instagram thing from a girl who went to a thrift store and bought a pair of pants. Okay.
Right.
And here's the pants. I don't know if you can see the graphic.
There are jizz stains on it.
It's woman's. It's.
Hold on. Wait a minute. This is a woman's pair of pants?
Woman's pair of pants. It's what could be best described as discharge.
Oh, hell no. And this is from the Instagram story?
Yeah. So,
bro.
So,
Dan is showing me a photo from the Instagram story he's talking about of the crotch area of a woman's pair of sweatpants.
These are Lululemon pants that are expensive as shit.
Oh, people love these. Okay, that makes sense. The chick like these Lululemon. It's something with the brand.
They do.
Well, why are there's crusty jizz stains right around the crotch? That's discharge?
Look, man. You mess with the bull, you get the horns, right? So the wife shows this to me, and I'm like, what have I always said about buying used clothes, right?
It skeeves you out.
You can make fun of me. You can call me a snob, or maybe I am a snob. I mean, I'm not. I wear t-shirts and shorts every day, man. I'm not a snob. Okay.
Yeah.
But like, I would have to be so financially fucked to ever consider buying used clothes. And if I did buy used clothes, it would have to be like a sweatshirt, something like that.
These are sweatpants.
This is like, I do not feel bad for the girl who bought these.
But no, okay, I don't either. And let me tell you, I come from a different side of this.
You're one of these people. You go to
I do. I buy used clothes all the time. But here's the thing. I inspect my shit. Not only that, you inspect your shit, and then do you know what OxyClean is? Do you know what this stuff is?
Yeah.
So okay, you're at the thrift store, you're looking for something, and you got to realize shirt's different than a pants, and there's like a lineage of things that you won't buy. Like underwear is like at the bottom of the scale. Like how a person could buy used underwear is beyond me.
Do they wait, back up.
Oh,
these places sell underwear?
Bro, you go to Goodwill or any thrift shop, they're going to have an underwear section where there's literal white pairs of fucking whitey tighties like on racks. And it's like, even me, I'm like, I don't know how anybody buys a used pair of underwear.
Okay, I had no idea that was a thing.
It's a thing, Dan.
Look, man,
and
look.
not only that, there's fucking bras, there's socks, there's
if I'm ever like filthy rich, like filthy fuck you money rich,
I am glad you brought this up.
I would go to one of these stores and I would hang out in the underwear section and I would pick people out and I would say, hey, let me help you.
Yeah.
Let me take you to fucking wherever.
You know what? That's a great idea for a show. Like, okay, it's called The Underwear Fairy, the name of the show. And you go and hang out. You just sort of pretend like you're leafing through the clothes. And you see some guy come in who's kind of downtrodden, and he's looking at
a pair of tighty whities.
He's looking at the tighty whities, and he's kind of inspecting them, hoping that there's not a huge brown stain on it, you know. And then at that point, you and the camera crew comes out of the woodwork, right? The camera crew comes through the jackets, and they're like,
"Sir,
hi,
let me help. Let me help you. My name is
hi,
Dan.
Hi, I'm Dan, the Underwear Fairy. Dan, they've heard of you. Oh my God, Dan, the Underwear Fairy. And you're like, come with me. We're gonna go to Ross.
What we would do is
I
would go and buy 50,000 packs of fucking Hanes or Fruit of the Loom.
Have them ready to go.
And I would have them on a truck. You'd be like, dude. Bro.
So you come out. No, wait. So in this story, you come out to the parking lot with me. You go out to the parking lot. There's like a professional wrapped van that says Underwear Fairy, right? And all the lights and the van drops down and these lights come out. And it's just all these racks. And it's like not even just regular underwear. We're not talking just Fruit of the Loom. There's like fucking Calvin Klein and all this. And other shirts, and the guy's overwhelmed. He's like, this is brand new.
I
get back to the start. This is amazing.
I didn't know they sold underwear, right?
Oh, they
so did. The wife. So this is a little bit of, I wouldn't say a sore subject, but in the past, I will not even go to one of these places. But she found this website that allows people to sell their shit. And some of it is new with tags, meaning it's allegedly never been worn.
I think I know what you're talking about. There's a couple websites like this where basically you sell
she would get mail, and I would always fuck with her and be like, "Oh, is this your used clothes? Are you gonna de-jizz it? Like, let me get the black light." Like, look,
did when she, okay, to get back to this Instagram story with the discharge stains on the blue sweatpants of the crotch that you're showing me right now, that you get that viewer, you could look on the web. So this woman made a TikTok that she bought a pair of sweatpants, and then she brings them home, and then
she was thrifting, which to me means physically in person, not on the web.
Yeah, that's what I agreed. So she's thrifting. So
here's what this means: you pull these off the rack.
Right.
You didn't look at them. You didn't.
Thank you.
You can't miss this. You can't miss.
No, Dan, and that's the caveat about this whole thing. I get that there's people like you.
I don't feel bad for her at all,
bro. I'm on the same page. I get that there's people like you, and I get that there's people like me, and those people don't disagree on that. Don't agree. Then that's fine. That's fine. But what we do agree on all day long. I don't care what you're buying. You look at that shit first. You look at that shit first. I'm buying something.
The thing is, like,
I'm looking at it.
These days, I don't know, man. I don't get it. Like, the thing that's odd about this is for the price that you would buy a thrift store Lululemon pair of pants, you could go to Target and get a new pair, not Lululemon, but a new pair for probably a similar price, I would think.
Yeah, I think what a lot of the chick in the Instagram story that was doing this, is she a younger chick?
I don't know. I don't.
I bet. Okay, I'm going to fill in the pieces.
We talked about it. She couldn't find it again.
She's probably a younger chick, and she probably her content name. And I'll tell you because of the brand name, the Lulu. I'm guessing, and there are chicks like that out there who go to these thrift stores and they hunt they want that brand name. And they get super excited like it's a treasure hunting.
Oh my God, I'm getting
Lululemon. I found Lululemon, right? So that's the thing. It's not that, hey, I need a pair of sweatpants to wear because I don't have a lot of money. And no. She likes the idea of, I got a pair of Lululemons for $13. So she got so excited, she looked at the label, threw it in the fucking cart, didn't look at the crotch area. Buys them, all super excited, probably documented everything, gets home, and then she's horrified that there are jizz and discharge stains in the crotch area.
Right.
And it's like, honey, that's your own fault. You got to fucking expect that shit.
I mean, on so many levels, it's your own fault. On so many levels. Because for me, again, I'm going to keep saying this.
Yeah, yeah.
If I were super poor, thing is, I could still buy new clothes for me because I wear t-shirts and shorts, right?
Yeah.
I do not care about name brands. I don't care about any of that. I just like new pair of like regular khaki shorts, t-shirts. Usually I'll wear like shirts from concerts and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But and again, I'm a guy. Okay, let's preface. The guys are different. I know that. But this to me, and I hate to sound like fucking boomer lecturing, but like
say it.
I like maybe instead of spending the $12 because you need to have the Lululemon, maybe go to Ross or TJ Maxx or wherever and buy it new, but maybe it's not Lululemon, right?
Yeah.
At least then you're getting.
Look, this is a pair of blue sweatpants. That's all it is, and it's got. I'm sure it's got a label on it that says Lululemon.
The wife would like to know if you would buy it to scratch and sniff.
That's disgusting, Kara. No.
What if you knew that a thick Asian girl owned these?
No, I'm not. You know what? I'm not one of these. You know how like I'm not. You know, I mean, look, I've got different things going on with my sexual. That's true. I admit that all day long. But the sniffing. The sniffing, and you see that in these 80s movies, right?
Yeah.
Where like a dude would pick out the drawers and he'd sniff them. And even then I'm like, no, dude, that's not really my thing.
Me neither.
Right? So I'm not in. I mean, look, I'll say this. If you're getting after it and you're going down on the muff and it's hot and heavy, and at the time and in the moment, that scent is going to drive you up a tree and feel good. And that's
still say muff. I don't think they do. I think you just outed yourself as an old.
I might down on the muff. Yeah, that's pretty. That's kind of old school,
I haven't heard that one in a while.
Yeah, but look, I'm 56. But anyway, but I will say this. Yes, if you're downtown and you're going to town like that, you can get caught up in the furry, and yes, it is an enjoyable scent and an enjoyable like it.
Everything. But if you were in a thrift store and you happened to notice this particular thing, you wouldn't pull them on.
Now, Dan, I'll look. Me and you are more similar in this than you'd think. Now, I'm gonna say this. I'm a big thrifting guy. I do love to go to the thrift store. I love it. I love buying old clothes, and I do. But here's how I do it. Because I do skeeve out a little bit on this. I admit.
Okay, good.
So I will not. So I look through and I buy stuff. Now it's not to the level of this, but sometimes when you're buying like a button-down shirt, like I like looking for button-down shirts, short sleeve with the pockets. Sometimes they're plaid. They might be paisley or something cool, right? Mm-hmm. And so I'm looking through, and I see one that I like. I'm like, oh, wow. And it's like a purple tag, which I know is half off today. Even better, right? So I'm like, oh, yeah, good. This shirt's only $3. And I get excited. I see that it's a medium. I start looking at it. But now, Dan, I do the hardcore inspection. Now, I happen to know there are tricks of the trade when you buy thrift clothes. You have to look for certain things in certain areas, and there are certain things that professional thrifters will look at. Now, when you're a man...
Wait. Did you just use the phrase professional thrifter?
Yes, and I am one. So Dan, but I'm not a reseller. That's a totally different level. These people that so if I buy
what grossness will you accept versus will you not accept?
That's what I'm going to get into.
Okay.
Because there's a gray area for sure. Now there's underwear I have a lot.
You're not going to buy underwear at all. You're not buying underwear, right?
No, I'm staying around the underwear section. Look,
we're not doing that. Okay.
Yeah, there's a whole underwear section, and they might even look clean. And that pair, I won't even touch them, look at them, nothing. I ignore it. Right? I ignore it. Then there's a boxer shorts section. Same thing. Ignore it. I know someone's learning whatever.
If the garment could have possibly touched your penis, I'm not buying.
I'm not into it. Then there's you know what A shirts are? Sometimes called wife beaters. like the
tank
white
top.
sleeveless undershorts tank top,
right.
but the white ones that are ribbed, whatever.
Right, of course.
Absolutely not, because every single time there's going to be some gross, like it's been some ones like underarm. I don't like it, so I'm not getting that. So those three, and socks right off the bat. So all those I don't even look at, whatever. Look, get back to the button-down shirt. So I'm like looking at it, I'm like, okay, but the problem is it's got something in fabric called pilling. Pilling is when there are little balls of like. You ever get like an old T-shirt or something? There's little white balls of just where the fabric like rolls up. It's hard to explain.
Yes.
So, but also guys.
I know what pilling means. Yeah.
Okay, you know what pilling is, and also guys that have like beards, right? Like you and me will have this scratchy. It will touch this part of the collared shirt, and it will create a pretty extreme pilling where it rubs against a man's beard. And that's something you want to look at in a button-down shirt. It's going to be fucked up, and I don't want to wear it if it's like looks too old, right? So then that's one of them. Number two, you always look in the armpits. Every time you buy a shirt, you look right for the armpits, right? And 9 times out of 10, that's going to cut the deal right there. If you find a T-shirt or a button-down shirt and the armpits look anything but like this is pretty new, I'm not getting it. It skeeves me out, Dan. It does. It skeeves me out. But I will buy other things in thrift stores and so say I buy whatever and it passes all these tests and it doesn't seem too gross. I will then take said clothes. I go home and I've got, Dan, you're going to laugh. I've got one of those old, they see it on the Little House on the Prairie, whatever. It's like this old, big, round metal washing container. Like a basin. You probably water your pigs in such a bit. You buy it at the farm store. Right. It's a big sort of metal. So I fill that thing with water, and then I dump a lot of this OxyClean in there, way more than it says to use. Okay. OxyClean's an amazing product. It will clean old sneakers. It'll clean fucking anything to its core. It's amazing. So I throw all these clothes in there, and then I got, Dan, another thing, you'll laugh at me. I've got like it looks like a plunger, but it's a way that they used to wash the clothes back in the 1800s. It's a metal. I know you're gonna laugh so hard.
You have a fucking washing machine?
Now, of course, we have a washing machine, but this is better than a washing machine. So it's this metal plunger that is in the shape of a triangle, and you get out there and you just ka-ching, ka-ching. It looks like a butter churning machine, Dan. And I'm fucking. So it's the OxyClean. And it's the old clothes and it's the water and I'm plunging it very violently. So I'm like angrily getting whatever fucking skeevy things are off this thing. So Dan, it's not over yet. So after it gets OxyClean, I do a 3-day OxyClean soak. It's insane. 3-day OxyClean soak. Then I take it out, I rinse it out, whatever. Then it goes into, if it's bleach safe, I will then bleach it for a full day into a heavy bleach solution. By the way, Ro doesn't like any of this because I'm dumping OxyClean and bleach out in the backyard, which is probably not that great for the environment. I don't care. Right. So, so anyway, that's where it comes to this. All that said about my thrifting experience, say this is a male pair of sweatpants, and I have bought sweatpants before at the thrift store. I like them. I cut them into shorts. But I inspect them. I'll tell you one thing, Dan. I inspect the crotch region right off the bat. I see any kind of skeevy jizz mark I leave it on the rack. Even though I know that maybe the OxyClean will take it out, whatever. I'm not touching it. It's gross. That's a jizz stain on or discharge. I'm not getting it.
No.
And I know we're different with that, and you don't. It's very uncomfortable for you to hear that your best friend is doing stuff like this. But look. At least I'm giving it.
At least you're not buying underwear and shit. I mean,
no. There is a line. I'm not buying underwear. I'm not buying socks. It's gross. What I buy a lot are like my thing at the thrift store is I buy pants, and then I cut them into shorts, and I wear cutoffs a lot because it's Arizona, and you don't need pants. You need a lot of shorts. Dan, what kind of shorts do you wear? Do you wear when you go? Do you wear jorts like they're jeans and they're professionally hemmed and you buy them as shorts?
I wear like khaki shorts.
But when you're a khaki shorts, do they flare out too big at the leg?
No. No, I
A
found
lot
I
of
found a
problem. A lot
brand.
of
I found
problem
a
I have.
brand. I found a brand I like, and I
What's
just
the
buy
brand of shorts that you
just
like?
Dockers. Just Dockers. They're cheap.
Dockers. That boy,
Like
that is a
$25, brand new,
extremely
$30.
Goyim brand.
Very
Jesus Christ.
goy, very goy. They have a phone pocket. I
Yeah, I
mean,
know. Got Dockers, but the pants don't. The legs don't flare out like so much that it like looks like almost like a mini skirt when you're wearing them. That's what I don't like about shorts these days. They flare
no, I
out
don't
too
think
much.
these are like that. You've seen me. Do I look like I'm wearing a skirt? I don't know. I mean,
No.
maybe.
Do you wear jorts, like jean shorts that
No,
are
I'm not a
hand?
shorts guy. No,
Because that's awful. When I see a person wearing those, I'm like, dude.
no,
My
chicks can
best
wear
friend,
that.
I have another good friend that came over the other day. He's a Wastelander guy, and he's wearing normal clothes and he's wearing jorts. And I was like, bro, you're wearing jean shorts. You're wearing jorts.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, I got hyped up on the thrift store conversation. Sorry.
No, I mean,
You seem distracted, like you're doing something else.
yeah,
While
no, I had a tenant text me. It's always something, man. I just
I
can't.
could tell when you glaze over when I'm talking.
I can never escape. I can never escape. And what is the mantra of my life?
It becomes my problem now.
Everything
Everything becomes my
my
problem.
problem. That's
Yeah.
right.
Everything
That's right.
becomes my problem. And I have a similar mantra. I have it over here. Dan.
Maybe I'm the problem. Yeah. Great. And look, that's a great thing to always ask yourself. I'm a big believer.
Oh, bro.
I'm a big believer in that. Big believer.
I really am into the whole self-accountability chapter of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I'm the fucking problem on so many things. You want to hear a little quick row yard work story? You're gonna like
no.
this.
Oh
Yeah.
no. Are you up to your twice? Is it twice a week?
So it's once a week. So let me get back. So as we're gonna revisit. So as Dan knows, we have a work day here at this.
We have a work day.
So one day a week we go out, and by the way, it really is not bad now at all. Like it's literally, Dan, it's 1 hour. It's 1 hour.
Wow, that's not
out
bad.
of the whole week. And so she's like,
you know what though? It would still annoy me because I don't like someone else dictating my time. You know what I mean? Time is the most.
Yeah, but I mean, look,
asset.
you do things for your relationship that you don't like to do, right?
Of course, yes.
All right, so do I. That's one of them. So anyway, it's not bad. So anyway, we're out there doing we did the one hour. That was last week. Now it's still technically this week. The week resets Monday. Now, Dan, I hope she's not listening, but I'll tell you.
The week resets. This has been decreed. You
I just
1 hour.
I just know
Monday
that
Monday.
it starts Monday, just
Okay.
like a regular
All right.
week would start Monday. Okay. About an hour ago, I'm getting ready for this fucking podcast.
Right.
By drinking coffee.
Right.
And I look out the window, and to my horror,
oh no,
I see her working out there.
Oh no, that's bad.
Yeah,
that's
yeah, okay.
Bad.
Now you know exactly where this is going.
Yeah,
you know exactly
100% where this is going.
So I'm and by the way,
she's over there every time she
sticks
that shovel in the ground, you know what she's thinking? Why isn't he here?
I know.
Why isn't he helping me?
But that's the thing. I was kind of like last week. I told her, I said, look, I know I'm not the best at, doing, like, it sucks that you have to tell me, but you have to tell me. And like, I'll just do it. Like, I'll do it with a smile on my face. It won't be a big deal. But I'm kind of like a child. I need to be told to do something when it comes to that,
Right.
And I think that's true with a lot of guys. I think that's a pretty much a dude mantra. Like, just tell me what to do and I'll do it. You know what I mean? Like, whatever.
Sure.
So, so sure enough, about an hour ago, like I look out the window and I see she's out there with a fucking chopping trees down, doing something.
Oh no.
And Dan, this is what I did. I was horrified. Even though like I'm getting ready to do this podcast, I just fucking put on my flip-flops and I ran out there, Dan. I ran out there. And I ran out there and I didn't say a word to her. I just I got to work. I just ran out there. I just put my nose in. I just went out there and I put my nose to the grindstone, didn't say a word, didn't look at her, just stayed out of her periphery and started doing stuff like breaking down branches and breaking down old wood and putting
How
it in
did you
the
know
truck.
what to do?
Because there's a list of things that needs to get done, and I just knew that this is something that was going on. There's a big pile of wood out there that needs to be broken down and thrown in the trash, and the wood is old and it's got scorpions in it and shit like that because scorpions like old wood. So it's and I know, and by the way, the reason the wood is out.
Old wood.
What's that?
You know who else likes old wood?
Thick Asians.
Your mom.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. All right, go ahead.
So anyway, and the reason there's old wood out there, it's because a decade ago, I found a bunch of old 2x4s and put them out there thinking I'm going to build something with this,
and
right?
That never happened.
Of course, a decade went by. Now the wood is ruined and it's just a home for termites. So this is Dan. This is on me. This is on me. And you know what, Dan?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So maybe I'm the problem, right?
Well, you know,
so
I'm going to impress you. You know, I'm going to impress you. You know what I did yesterday?
But can I just finish the story real quick?
Okay,
I want to get back to that. I got. Don't forget.
Okay.
So I run out there and I start breaking down the old wood,
Right.
you know, with like an axe, and I'm chopping it and I'm putting it in thing. And she just kind of looks over and she sees me and stuff. And then I only did it for about 20 minutes. And, you know, she comes over, she goes, "Thank you." And I'm like, I go, "No problem. I mean, really, I didn't know you were out here, you know, doing this. I mean, you should ask me. I definitely come out and help. I didn't mean to." And she's like, no. I just decided to come out and do it. So it was totally cool. But that said, if the hour went by and I didn't run out there, that might have led. And then she saw me doing something stupid, like
sitting on the sofa.
Why? Like, yeah, if she came in, like maybe I was like watching soccer
or
napping.
Oh,
That's where it could have taken a different turn, right? It was fine, but if she did that for an hour, and it's fine, she didn't want me to come out there. She didn't ask me, but if she came in and she saw me napping, yeah, it could have led. So I'm glad I did what I did. But you know full well, as soon as I brought up, I ran out there, like, you know exactly.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
So tell me about your story. You said you would be impressed. Did you go out there and do something with the chicken coop?
Yeah. So we're getting a new chicken coop installed.
Yeah, because the old one blew away in the wind.
The next month, we have a temporary one now. So the new one is going to be on a foundation. It's a poured concrete foundation. It's not a full slab. It's a 6x24 border. It's like right, and in the middle is dirt.
So I like it. But the slab, the border is going to be concrete, 6 by, you know, and so that's where the posts are going to go in the concrete. That shit ain't going anywhere.
No, it's going to have a wood sill plate on top of the concrete border, and then they're going to put the coop on.
And they screw it in. Okay, yeah, that's good. I like that.
So in the middle of the border is dirt, and we have to clear the dirt. We have to basically get dirt out of there to where there's a good 4 or 5 inches of space because we're going to fill it with sand for the chickens. Now, let me guess. Old Dan. No.
Okay.
No, you're not going to guess. This is.
I'm going to guess. You went down to the farm store and you bought the sand and you came back.
No. The sand will have to be delivered. It's like a ton.
Okay.
So we got to get the dirt out. So I have this Gator. It's a John Deere little mini tractor with a dump bed. And I went back there and I shoveled sand in there or dirt for I probably did 10 runs from there to this.
Hold on. Not with a motorized machine. You were
no, I shoveled the sand into the dump bed and then I drove the Gator to a low spot where I dumped the dirt. But you're talking shitload of dirt.
Someone delivered the pile of sand already?
No, this is the existing sand, dirt, soil inside the border. When they did the border, there's dirt.
Yeah.
We have to get a bunch out of there so that it's empty so we can put the sand.
You were shoveling sand out of it with a manual shovel?
Yes. You don't believe me, do you?
You were out there doing this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Into my little thing, rode it around, dumped the bed, go back.
How long did you do that for?
Oh, a while. I mean, I probably did 10 runs. Yeah. The wife was like, "Oh, you didn't do much," but I did. It was like 10 runs.
Yeah. Did your knees and back hurt after that?
I'm sore today. Yeah, I'm sore today.
That's a good workout.
So,
Well,
without further ado, Bruce, I got a surprise for you, and you're not surprised. You know what's happening. Our Gen Z quiz. I'd like to introduce you to our Gen Zer, Riley.
Yay! What's up, Gen Z? Riley, how are you?
So, Bruce, I know it's hard to believe. He's older than me. I know that you didn't think that existed.
Yeah.
Bruce is older than me, lives in Arizona.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How old is Riley? How old are you?
I'm 23.
Oh my God, Dan. Imagine being 23.
No, I can't.
I can't imagine.
No.
Can you imagine 23 years old? So Riley, and how do you know Riley?
I met her when she was 7, 6, somewhere in there.
Right. Yeah.
And I've known her ever since. And I don't have kids, so she's sort of my kid that I don't have to pay for.
Do you refer to him as Uncle Dan when you talk about Dan? Is it like Uncle Dan?
I used to. When I was younger, I would refer to him as Uncle Dan. Now I would call him Dan.
Now it's just Dan. This guy Dan.
Yeah. But so Bruce watched the Gen X quiz that we gave you, and he loves the idea. And Bruce, he may not look like it, but he's kind of up with shit.
I do. I know my shit, and I told Dan because I watched the segment where it was the Gen X quiz, and you were answering the questions about the Beatles and stuff like this, and it went as expected. I'm amazed you got John Lennon. That's pretty good. And I was a little annoyed at Dan with the questions because I'm like, that's a fucking boomer ass quiz. Like that's not a Gen X quiz. The Beatles, that's boomer. That's fucking boomer.
It is.
But and by the way, me and Dan are Gen X, and we are boomer hating Gen X, by the way.
We are.
Yeah, we're very anti-boomer.
Yeah.
And
you especially.
Yeah, I hate them.
So, you're only like, dude, you're like literally 3 years apart from a boomer.
Dan, that's why I hate them so much.
yeah.
Fucking too close.
Yeah, I'm not close.
I like that quiz, but I was like, I feel like it was like a little difficult. So, but I'm excited about this quiz because Dan says, you know what, Riley's going to give us a quiz on Gen Z shit. And I started flexing to Dan. I'm like, Dan, I'm going to beat you so bad on this.
Oh, I mean,
and Dan's like, probably will. But we'll see. I don't know. I don't know what you got. I'm nervous because.
Well, the rules are simple. These have to be questions that if she asks somebody her age, they laugh at her because it's such a dumb question and easy.
Riley, is that true? Are these very easy questions for people that are 23?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was really hard making this quiz because I feel like there's so many little niche subcultures in Gen Z. So I would think of a lot of questions, but I don't think everyone would know the answer to them. So the questions on this quiz, I think, are base level, very straightforward Gen Z.
So did you make this yourself, or did you use some friends with you, or did you go to Reddit and come up with a good list?
I got a couple of my friends to help, and then I got my siblings, Mackenzie and Jameson. They helped me with some of it.
Cool. And did you mix it up with music? Is it different sort? It's like music and it's subculture and it's just everything.
Yeah, I tried to get a little bit of everything.
Yeah, that's what I've requested because I said if this is straight music, I'm going to fail bad, Okay, and I know Dan.
How many questions is it?
It's 10. It's
we're going to do just like before. 5 is a passing grade.
Okay.
And if we get 5 or more. If we get fewer than 5, you win. You're gonna win anyway. But
is this this is a competition between me and Dan?
No, you and I work together. I'm not gonna know any, I'm sure. But
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Work together.
I think you'll get more than you think you will.
Go ahead.
Well, Bruce, we can't compete. We're gonna see it at the same. I guess we could. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll put the question up. Don't immediately say the answer if you know it. Just say whether you think you know the answer, and then Bruce and I will consult with each other.
Let's ask Riley. Riley, let's stop mansplaining and let's ask Riley. Riley, thank you. Let's ask Riley what she thinks we should do and how she thinks this should go.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
I don't know if y'all want to compete against each other. I'm not sure. You would both have to just
So yeah, you just have to. You have a pen there or something, Bruce?
Yeah, you. A
pen and then write it down and hold it up like the game shows. I like that.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna get a pen and paper. Stand by.
Hold on. Let me grab a pen and a paper. Okay, hold on. We're gonna do this. Yeah, I like this. I like that idea a lot. I'm gonna grab the paper and the pen. Here we go. All right, yeah, this is gonna work. All right, this is a good idea.
I've got my pen and paper.
This is of course Riley won't know this, but this is like these. There are some boomer game shows that worked like this back in the day. This is super old. All right, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna write down our answer, and then you hold it up. Bruce, what's your answer? Like that, you know?
Right. Yep. Okay.
Okay, I like this. And there are 10 questions.
All right.
Okay, let's do this.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm
Name
super
3
excited.
members of One Direction. Jesus Christ. All right. I think I could do 1.
Hold on. 3 members of One Direction.
Man, hard, man.
Dan, you can't use your phone. Don't use your phone. No Googling, no phone, right?
No. I've got I only got 1 written down. Oh no, wait a minute.
Hold on. Let me think. I need a little more time. Name 3 members of One Direction.
What's that fucking guy's name?
Hold on.
Shit.
Okay, I got 1.
All right. I've got Zane something.
Okay. I've got Nick Adams.
No.
So I got 1 of them. Is Zane something? Is that close?
Zane is one of them.
Okay, I got 1.
Hold on.
Which is good.
Is Dan's answer correct?
Yeah, his name is Zane. I don't know his last name.
Should he really get credit for knowing the first name and not the last name?
At least I got first
names would be acceptable if you want to throw out a first name.
All right. You know what? Okay. So, all right.
So Bruce, I got Bruce on that one. I got like half.
You did. You got me on that. But Riley, in the future, clearly dictate the way that the rules need to go. Because if it's one name only, I would have had a better guess.
Such a liar.
No, I think I would have guessed like I bet one of his name is. You know what? Josh. I bet one guy's name is Josh.
Who are the other 2?
There's probably a Josh. There's probably a. I thought Nick sounded.
Huh?
There's 5 dudes in One Direction.
Yes, there were. Yeah, so it was Liam Payne.
Oh fuck.
Harry Styles, which is
that's the guy that I should have.
Harry Styles.
Yes, that's what I thought.
He sings a lot with. He does a lot of stuff with Stevie Nicks now. So that's the one I knew, but I couldn't think of his name.
Okay, what else? What else?
That one. Zayn is one of them. Louis Tomlinson, and then Niall Horan.
Okay, so we're gonna write.
I feel bad. So Dan's winning already.
So Dan got 1/3 of a point. 1/3. And Bruce got 0.
Could you turn your mic up a little?
Me?
No. Forgot your name already.
Me?
She's probably with earbuds. She can just talk louder. Okay, we're gonna go to the next one, Bruce. Bruce is hurting now.
What?
Name 1, Olivia. I don't even know who that is. I don't even know who that is.
Okay, this is surprising.
Dan, I'm okay. Dan, look, I think can I speak? Me and Dan aren't even going to write anything down on this because I don't have a fucking clue. Right? You too?
No, I don't know who it is.
I don't know who it is either. I'm done. You know what? Like, look, you got to write it down. Look. Okay, look. You know what? Look. I don't know. Yeah.
Stairway to Heaven?
She's like huge. I thought that you would know like her main one because she wrote Driver's License, and that was like her first big one that came.
Got nothing. Gun to the head. I don't know anything.
Never would have known.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Wow, dude, I'm fucking pissed. I thought I would do better than this. What's the third one?
Bruce, because you keep up with this. Bruce is on TikTok and stuff.
Okay. I know.
They might get easier.
2 famous Gen Z.
All right, I got you on this one. You're
gonna kill me on this.
Yeah, hold on. I got you on this one. Let's see. 2 famous Gen Z TikTokers. Fuck. Oh my God. Now it's got to be first and last names, obviously, on this one.
Yeah, let's do first and last names.
2
I know
famous
one, only because
Gen Z TikTokers.
I think I know one. Riley might not think this person counts. Gen Z TikToker.
Oh my God. I really should. I can't believe I'm fucking.
Of course you're going to know this. You're on. I'm not even on.
I can't think of a one, but I watch it all the time. Hold on. 2 famous Gen Z TikTokers. All right, hold on.
I've got 2 written down. I don't think either is right.
I might name the TikTok like account channel, but not their name, if that's good enough.
Yeah. That counts.
Let's see. Hold on.
Bruce doom scrolls TikTok for hours. Whereas I have never even.
Yeah.
I only think I know one because I had to do when I worked at Estee Lauder. We did a promotion with MAC Cosmetics with this one weird dude, and the only reason I know him is from this. And if you haven't heard of this person, then it doesn't count. I wrote down the one his name. Well, I'm waiting for.
Give me a second. Give me a second. It's like right on the tip of my tongue. Fuck! I can't believe I'm gonna fuck this one up. I'm
shocked you don't know this person.
It's because my memory sucks. God damn it! I only got one.
Okay, let's see.
Chef something.
Chef Reactions.
Chef Reactions.
She doesn't know it. Oh my God, I'm doomed. What do you got?
Benny Drama and Jake Paul. I wrote down Jake Paul because I've heard the name before and I think it's somebody famous.
Does either of Dan's answers count?
I would accept Dan's answer. So Jake Paul's not known for TikTok. He was like more known for like being a YouTuber.
Oh,
okay. No, it doesn't count. You said TikTok.
I know, but he is on TikTok. Like he still does. TikTok.
Jake Paul, I would accept that too if I'm her.
But not. Yeah. So you've never heard of Benny Drama?
I've never heard of Benny Drama.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so that won't count. He must be some cosmetics niche guy. Okay, I got one. And Bruce, does Bruce's count? Chef something?
No,
I don't recognize.
Okay, so so Dan is now up. Dan has 1/3 and 1/2, and to Bruce's 0.
Disgrace.
So 1/3, 1/2.
Oh fuck.
Okay. Man, Bruce, you're never gonna hear the end of it if I beat you.
No, I'm not. You know what?
Okay, we got
set on. I'm going to come in later.
This. What is a simp?
There's a few that I like. I feel
hold
like.
On. Okay, hold on. Don't say anything. We're going to write down the answer for this question.
This is on Twitter, but I know this. I think.
Okay. Let's see Dan. Let's see Dan's answer first.
Simpleton, person who capes for the establishment.
Okay, look at my answer. A simp is a massive fan of like a chick or a celebrity.
Okay.
So what is your ruling? What is your I think Dan got it wrong.
On Twitter, we say simp if you're like
I think I have it more right.
I think you're probably right, Bruce.
Let's get her.
Bruce is right. Bruce is also. I'll take Bruce's answer correct.
Okay. So mine is more about politics. So if somebody capes for the establishment for like. Okay, fair enough.
Dan, put up your. Let me read your thing again.
Simpleton, person who capes for the establishment.
That's wrong. That's wrong.
Okay. All right. That's what I say on Twitter. That's fine. I don't know what I'm talking
about. If the guy is like simping over a girl, he will.
It definitely has like a thirsty
Bruce is now in the lead. That's a full point, whereas I have a 1/3 and 1/2. So
no, that's not true. You right? What is the score?
Well, no, but I didn't get those other ones. I got 1 and 1 of 3, 1 of 2 and 1 of 3. So I have a 1/3 plus a 1/2. Yeah. You have a full.
Yeah.
So you are.
Hold on. Let's hold on. So the first question says name 3 members of One Direction. You name one, and you think you get a 1/3 of a point?
Yeah, 1 out of 3.
It's a 0. It says name 3 members. The question says name 3 members.
It's a competition between me and you. Somebody
young lady. What is your name again?
Riley.
Riley. Can you please tell us what you think about the number 1? The ruling on this. If the question says name 3 members, and it doesn't say, by the way,
is it winner take all on per question, or can you get a 1/2 point if you get 1 out of 2?
I say based on how you did the Gen X quiz with me, I would say you can get 1/2 points.
Okay, that's fair. That's a fair ruling, Riley. Fair, and honest.
So I have, let's see, 4. So I have like 2/3 of a little more.
I'm so happy I got the simp question right and Dan got it wrong. That thrills me to death.
Okay. What is a finsta?
A finsta.
Hold on.
Finsta.
Hold on. What is a finsta?
Oh, I know what it is.
You Googled it.
I'm not going to cheat, Bruce.
I'm going to get it wrong. You got it right?
All right, I'm going to do mine when you're ready.
All right, you do yours first.
Fake Instagram account, like an alt.
Damn it. I think you got it right. Because mine says... What?
Ha ha.
So hold on. What is it, Riley?
Yeah, so Dan's right. It's Finsta is fake Instagram. So it's like another like alternate account that's like usually more private for like.
See, I know that because of Twitter. Twitter has the same thing. It doesn't have a name. It's just called an alt. So I just sort of guessed. But
yeah.
Okay, I have 1 in 5/6, and you have a 1.
1 in 5/6.
Yeah, because I got a 1/3 and a half, man.
This is
ridiculous. Come on, I'm taking what I can get. I'm doing good. All right,
Riley.
Name 1 character. I'm gonna show Euphoria. Jesus Christ. I know the show, but
you do? Name character from the show Euphoria?
I know of it. I've never seen it.
I'm
going to be with. Go ahead, Riley.
So I was saying I tried to pick like the biggest Gen Z show that I think like almost all of Gen Z would know about.
She's right about this. This is really big. It's on HBO, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
I'm gonna be okay. So on questions like this, Dan and I aren't even gonna write anything down because we're both in agreement that we don't fucking have a clue.
No clue.
Okay.
Wow. So Dan, go back to the question mark, right? Like you go to 6. What is that?
Could you guys name any of the actors or actresses on the show?
That's my answer.
I couldn't tell you that this is a show. I didn't know that it was a show.
Is that Pattinson guy on it? The guy from the werewolf movies. Pattinson.
The good-looking guy from the James Patterson. No.
Okay, Robert Pattinson. Okay, that was my best
I don't know. Euphoria. I don't know from.
I've seen like the show's like picture, and there's some guy with like a foofy afro, like a white guy with an afro kind of thing. But I don't.
Dan, I have no. I don't have HBO. I don't know what this is.
I don't either.
I go to the thrift. Dan, I go to the thrift stores. You think I know what a fucking I have HBO?
Okay, so here we go. Christ. Who is Claro?
Claro.
Okay.
Just give any information about.
No clue. Never.
Even a guess.
Never heard of Claro.
I got it.
She's a female singer.
She is. She's a female singer.
Did you guess that? Did you guess that, Bruce?
You'll never know, motherfucker.
You'll
never know.
Dickhead. That's not in the spirit of the game, right? It's not. It's if you want to get a point that way.
Oh, you know what? Leave it up to Riley because she decided that you get 1/3.
Yes,
you get it. I got it right.
I would have given her the point if she guessed.
Yep.
And you deserve the point. I'm not saying you don't. I'm saying it's fucking cheesy because you don't really know who. Can you name anything about her other than if it's a her?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Bruce is ruining this. Okay.
I got it right as per the parameter of the rules as dictated by Riley.
I just wasn't going to guess. If I don't know, I don't know. All right. Name 1 popular TikTok trend.
Does it have to be current or can it be like semi-recent?
It can, yeah, either one.
Shit, I don't know the names. I know people dumb. I know. All right. I've got mine. See if it's right.
Hold on.
Bruce is going to pull ahead here. It's going to ruin my day.
No, I don't know.
The Tide Pod thing?
Dude, that is a million years old, Riley.
Okay,
Come
all
on.
right,
Hold
all
on.
right,
Ready?
all right,
Okay, hold
okay.
on. What did I write?
What is it?
It says painting each other's portrait and then revealing it to the other person.
I'll take that. I'll take
Yeah!
that.
Fuck yeah!
All right. So Bruce is at 3, and I'm at 1 and 5, 6. I gotta get these last two, or else I'm
Okay,
fucked.
I'm gonna fucking come in.
I
Here
forget
we
what
go.
these last two
All right.
was.
What is? Oh, this is easy. What is cancel culture? Everybody knows that. Like,
Yeah.
I think Bruce and I are both gonna get this.
Yeah. I tried to vary the difficulty level.
I mean, I know it. I don't know if I'm going to word it correctly. Me and Dan both know what this is.
Yeah, I'm sure y'all do.
Canceling something deemed offensive. I said anti-free speech with a smile, but
and Dan with his free speech. Don't get me started. That's getting
First Amendment. Fucking First Amendment.
Yeah, I love America. That's getting outed for an un-PC like stance.
Right.
Will you accept both of those answers?
Yeah, I accept
Who gets
both.
to decide, Bruce? Bruce gets to decide. Okay. All right. So I can't win now. I can't win. Bruce and I disagree about cancel culture. Okay. Name two popular online gaming streaming platforms. Okay. All right. Online gaming streaming platform. Okay.
Gaming / streaming?
Yeah. You can name like popular Gen Z video games or streaming platforms.
Streaming? I
know one for sure. I'm just trying to think. Streaming.
I don't think I'm going to get this. Dan, do you play video games?
Not really, but there's one I know because I have a buddy who
just don't give away any answers.
I'm not. All right, I've got my two answers. I know one for sure.
Okay.
Hold on, give me a little more time.
Okay.
Not like it's gonna matter. I think I'm gonna fuck this up. This is the last answer is gonna be so fucking boomer, it's gonna fuck me up. You're all gonna be laughing at me. But fuck it. All right, Dan, show me your answer first.
I said Twitch and Rumble.
Oh, you got him. I fucking lost.
Those. Yeah, those are good.
You can't Hulu. Come
okay,
on.
Riley.
Netflix? No, that's not what she means.
I know. I know that I'm wrong. Riley, it's very wrong, right? You can tell me.
It's wrong.
I can take it.
This was very close. Bruce still won, but it was the score was 3-2
yeah,
and 5-6.
Rack up the
2
points.
and 5-6. I just did. I got 2 and 5-6. You got 3. You win, but it was very close.
Very close.
And
it was a lot. You know what? Let me tell you something. That's a good quiz, Riley.
That was really good.
It's a very good quiz because
it had everything. It had it all because there were things you were just shocked that we didn't know.
You know what? I'm so fucking mad at myself that I didn't do better on the TikTok things because it's just memory retention. Like I watch shitloads. I'm on the Gen Z side of TikTok, by the way, constantly. I'm watching these like young. There's a couple guys that are really young that go to like political conventions and stuff, and I forget their fucking names. And there's all these debate shows and stuff, and I don't know their names, but I watched tons of them.
Mm-hmm.
I did get the TikTok
It is
trend.
amazing to me that it was that close, Bruce, because I'm not on TikTok, right? So
I know I should have done
honestly,
better.
What saved me is being on Twitter because Finsta, like I just sort of guessed, but yeah, I mean, close enough.
Wow, can I just say, Riley, thank you so much for the quiz. I mean, that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed mixing it up with Dan. And
I need to get her take on what we just discussed.
Oh no!
Let me ask you this, okay? Do you thrift?
Thrift?
Yeah.
Sometimes. I'm not a huge thrifter, but I do.
Okay, all right, let me ask you. Now I get a follow-up question. We go back and forth with the questions with Riley. Number one, do you thrift? She said yes sometimes. Number two, do you know what Lululemon is?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Dan.
So here's my question. You come across this on whatever social platform, somebody went to a thrift store and bought a Lululemon pair of pants and is complaining about this.
Oh my God.
Some kind of the best word I can use is discharge on the inside. Now, my question is, do you feel bad for the person who bought these?
No.
I don't either. That's what we discussed. This was our first topic of conversation because Bruce is a thrifter and I refuse. Right. And my attitude is you're eventually going to run into this. This is gross.
See, Dan is very anti-thrift and quite frankly, very classist when it comes to the thrift. Yes, it's very much so. Yeah, very much so.
Shorts every day.
Dan is very bougie. Dan is very bougie when it comes to this and very classist and very much against the working man. He very much so.
I am not.
Yeah,
I think what you're going to spend on thrift store Lululemon is similar to what you would spend on a new pair of decent pants at fucking Ross Dress.
Okay, let's ask Riley. She'll know. How much does a new pair of Lululemon sweatpants cost? New.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
So I don't actually shop at Lululemon because I don't know.
I mean, you would have a better guess than we would.
I mean, for like sweatpants at Lululemon,
it's got to be $100.
At 150, 170.
Yeah. What?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
And so is there anything about the Lululemon sweatpants that are $150 off the rack? I mean, is the gold like is the fabric lined with gold? Is it like fucking super comfortable, super well made? What makes it $150? The tag?
I mean, yeah, the tag. And like they're nice, like they're soft, they're comfortable, they're like they last a long time.
But Riley, is it a flex? Like if you go out wearing the Lululemon sweatpants, can you see the tag that says, look, do other chicks know that you're wearing Lululemon?
Yeah, you see the little Lululemons.
Oh, so they know.
Yeah.
You could be like, look at you. Look, I'm wearing Lululemon and you just got on fucking J. Crew. You fucking like you okay.
I don't think people I think J. Crew is boomer.
I don't know. That's very boomer. I know.
Yeah.
I told you I'm close.
Yeah. No, I just we discussed this earlier, and look, I am not a classist. I am not a snob. But you go to a thrift store and you buy a pair of these of something that once touched a person's privates. This is what you got to expect. I'm sorry, people are gross.
See, like,
and Dan, go ahead, Riley. I want to hear your take on this.
I wouldn't thrift leggings. Like,
exactly.
That's fair.
It's different.
Yeah, if it's like an outerwear thing, like a sweatshirt, okay, totally different. Right? A jacket, fine. But when you start talking about anything that touches your bare skin, especially down there.
Yeah, anything that rubs against the nether regions. I mean, you really don't,
Yeah, right. It's just the worst.
This photo is gross. Like Dan showed me this photo. He's like, look at this photo. I'm like, what are those jizz stains? And he's like, no, it's discharge. I'm like, this is gross.
Yeah. That's why you don't thrift leggings.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. But I told Dan I do thrift. Here's what I said. I said I thrift all the fucking time. But here's the thing. I inspect the goods really good. Like, look, I'm gonna fucking look in the undercarriage, the armpits, whatever. Anything that's off remotely about it, it's staying on the fucking rack. Number two, I get home, it takes a 3-day oxy bath. You know what an oxy bath is?
No.
You know, OxyClean, that powdered shit that you can like,
Yeah.
You give it a 3-day oxy soak. There ain't going to be nothing left on that. You're lucky if it doesn't disintegrate the fabric itself. It's super strong.
Yeah.
And so that said, I'm not buying any pair of sweatpants with any kind of a jizz stain on it. It's disgusting.
All right, can we stop? Yeah. Anyway. So yes, that was our show. I really appreciate you coming on, Riley. That was really, really good. I'm gonna separate that and make it its own little thing that we'll upload too.
Yeah,
that was really good. Like, I love this generational shit. It's fascinating to me.
It's fun.
I'll also get my mother on, and she'll do a boomer one for us, Bruce.
You know what? I had. You know what? Oh my god. So I had a good idea.
Perry Como's first album.
Oh my god. How about this? Riley, tell me. So I know that between your generation and me and Dan's generation is the millennial. So I was kind of wondering if the three of us took a millennial quiz, who would do really good on that? Riley, do you think you would do good on the millennial quiz?
I feel like I would do really well.
She would.
Really?
Riley was into some of those 90s things like Friends, and she knows a lot of that stuff.
Friends is a 90s thing?
Yeah, Friends was on in the 90s.
Okay.
But it really had a long life after that, just like The Office, where kids her age know it. But although friends, I
Well,
guess,
Riley, what do you think? Would you come back to do millennial quiz with us?
Oh, I would come back for it. Yeah.
I gotta find a millennial. I don't know. I don't know many millennial. Like,
You don't need to fucking. You could just get one off of Reddit. You know, you don't need to find people.
No,
That's all out there.
No, I have to find somebody to create it who knows, because like it has to be a quiz that all millennials would know. Like how to live in your parents' basement. Sorry, making fun.
Oh, that's boomer take, bro.
It is. It is a boomer take.
That's not right. That's not right.
No, I love Gen Z. I've said this a million times. Gen Z is awesome. Millennials suck ass, but Gen Z's great.
I don't think millennials suck ass, but I do. I like Gen Z better than millennials, but I don't think they suck ass.
They suck. They suck.
I think, quite frankly, I think our generation sucks ass, but
no way.
I really think boomers really.
Oh yeah, that's okay. Everyone agrees on that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're dying off now. I mean, you can't talk shit about someone who's 90 at this point.
Yes, I can. I will.
Oh my God, Bruce.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Riley, thank you very much, Riley.
Yeah, thank you very, very much. I sent you.
Lovely having you on the show.
I sent you $100. That was the easiest $100 you ever made. And
this guy's sending out $100 to people left and right. It's amazing.
Well, I mean, this was hard work, and she did stump us. It was perfect.
She did.
It was great. There was enough on there where we could get a couple of things, but still didn't get 5. We didn't get 5.
I thought it was I thought it was a well-crafted. I liked that.
Very, very good. She's the best. She's the queen of the Gen Z. All right, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna.
All right, thanks,
guys. Thank you. It's nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
Well, she was lovely.
That was good. Like I mean.
She was lovely, and that was really good, and it went a lot. I thought I was going to get every fucking one, but I was misplaced.
I was amazed you didn't. Like when you had that blank look on your face about these, I'm like,
bro, So here's the thing, the TikTok ones I should have absolutely cleaned.
Yeah.
The reason I didn't do good on the tick is my age, because here's the thing: when you get older, you fucking forget things all the fucking time. So like
you also might not see the same type of TikTok shit that somebody that age sees.
See, I was going to say this. TikTok, and as you probably know, it's algorithm, right? So it depends on what, and Twitter works the same way. Whatever side of Twitter or TikTok that you're on, it feeds you that. And quite frankly, when I guessed chef reactions for my TikTok content creator, I thought there's a good chance she's going to say, I don't accept this for an answer, because she's never seen one of these things.
Of course, because it's a different demo, man.
But chef reactions is not it's a guy who's a chef. By the way, he's a millennial. He's not even Gen Z, but the content is consumed by Gen Zers. It's all he does is comment on these people that make these cooking shows, and he just reacts to them. He goes and he puts them down. He goes, "Really, you're gonna add a block of cheese to that?" And you would like it. He just talks mad shit about people that do these dumb cooking shows, and it's great. But he gets loads of views. I should be so much better.
Let me ask you this on the idea of the millennial quiz. So
sure,
millennials they're people who were born late 80s. Early 90s. That's like that's your meat of your millennials.
Well, you can pull up on Google what the brackets are. I mean, you'll get different answers.
I need to find a person to put a quiz together, because it has to be someone who like you. This isn't something you can just find on the internet, because like I got a guy.
Now, you won't trust me.
I have a niece who was born in 89. So we could maybe I can get her to put one together. And if you have a guy, great. It just has to be, the rules. The quiz has to be mega basic if you're in that generation.
I feel bad that you got upset that I guessed that she was a singer on that one question, and you didn't want to give me the answer.
No, you get a point, but that's not the spirit of this. The spirit of this is if you saw that name, you're like, I have no idea who that is, then you should say that. Like, that's the whole spirit of it. It's fine.
But Dan, okay, here's why I deserve the point. Because while
I didn't say you don't deserve
I know, but while I may have looked at that and said I have no idea what that is, it should be said that I know enough about the Gen Z thing that it's probably a female singer. There's a very good chance it's a female singer.
And I sort of figured that too, but I'm not going to say female singer, because it's almost like I know who it is when I don't. That's all. It's okay.
Okay.
We don't, dude. You and I don't have to agree on everything. It's fine. I just in my mind, you and I basically tied on that quiz.
I know, but I wanted to beat you.
I know you should have. You really should have.
But get back to the millennial. Okay, so we can have someone.
Yeah, so the only person I know who absolutely fits this is my niece. She was born in '89.
Let me ask you this, because I can't do the math. We need to each find somebody who is between 38 and 40 years old. Like, let's do
the math on this. So, yeah, your peak, because we want someone in the middle. You don't want someone
exactly. You want someone dead in the middle.
81 is when millennials start. You don't want someone born in 81. You want someone born in the late 80s, 87, 88, 89, maybe 90, but that's it.
So that makes a person how old today? Let's get I need to go
35.
Okay. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on my Facebook or whatever, Instagram, and I want to find a person who's between 35 and what? Like, what is the middle bracket?
I would say between 33 and 37.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to write that down. So I'm going to find a person that I know between 33 and 37 years old. That would make them
33 would mean they were born in 91. 37 would mean they were born in 87. So that's about right.
So we're going to find a person. And you know what? I have a good idea to make the segment longer. You find a person and get 10 questions, and I'll find a person. That way
make sure you explain to them. This is critical. This is a 10-question quiz.
Right.
Where if you give this quiz to someone your age, they would laugh at you because it's so fucking easy.
It has to be so and I like that's why Riley did such a good job, because she knows. Riley asks anyone that's 23 years old, they're gonna know all
of that. And it was so much so that she was shocked we didn't know more than we did. She thought
she was mortified.
Basic, right?
She was mortified talking to these two old guys that didn't know that.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, at least they give me $100, but whatever,
So yeah, I would say I'll talk to my niece and my nephew. He's about that age too, her husband. And then that's the only people I can think of.
I got a great guy I've got such a great millennial guy. It's a guy that I used to work with at A1 Garage who was in charge of their SRO search engine. He was charged of the SEO. Yeah, this was the SEO guy.
He's a bullshit artist.
This guy is just he's very quiet, and he's very, very smart and very good at what he does. And he makes a buttload of money. This guy, and he knows to the grindstone, and he's a very quiet guy. He's not a swarmy pain in the ass guy. His nickname is Whispers. I call him Whispers, and, but he knows his shit, and he is the millennial. This guy, he's got to be within that age range.
Okay. That's fine. Come up with who you can. I'll come up with who I can. The more, the better. Right. And
I like that.
And basically that's the rule. It just has to be, and they don't even have to come on. They could just give us the quiz. Oh, they would know the answers. So
how about this? But by the way, I like the way that we did that quiz where we against each other and you write down the answer, because there's no getting around changing your answer once you write it down.
No.
And you're probably not old enough to remember the game shows. Like, there were literal game shows that were like that. They were like, do, 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 and you're writing down the answer and you got to hold it up.
I really should have known Harry Styles. I really should have, because
dude, I felt bad. Not only that one guy, Liam or whatever, I think he just fucking died. Like, some guy in One Direction just got in trouble or died, right?
So Stevie Nicks has been doing a lot with Harry Styles. He now stands in for the music that she did with Tom Petty. So
yeah,
Stop Dragging My Heart Around. And he actually does a pretty good job at it. And I just couldn't come up with a name. I don't know how.
Well, Harry Styles, I know that Harry, I mean, if she said who was Harry Styles, I would be like, he's a singer, but that wouldn't be a guess. I would know it.
Yeah.
And I would say he's a singer that was from a boy band. That's what my answer would be. Right. And I would know that.
That's what makes the quiz good, because like guys like we only know if it sort of passes through in our world. And like somehow Harry Styles entered my mind because of Stevie Nicks, who was not a Gen Z thing.
So in getting ready for this, I wanted to, like, maybe I should research questions, and I'm like, nah, fuck that. Let me just go in raw dog, But I was thinking about content for the show, and that's where I came up the idea of like the millennial quiz. That's a good idea, right?
Yeah, it's a great idea. I'm interested to see how. I think
she's going to do much better than we are.
I don't know. I feel like we will do better on a millennial quiz than on a Gen Z because it's closer to us.
Oh shit! I'm going to do much better.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Let me ask you. Okay, so then I had this funny idea. I couldn't find any good, but like if you search on the internet, like there are loads. It's like WikiHow has a lot of them. Reddit has a lot of them. Of these quizzes, and you know how they show up on Facebook all the time. Like take this 10 question, find out if you're neurodivergent, or find out this or that. It's just like what political party, whatever. So I started typing in a questionnaire to find out if I'm a bad person. That's literally what I typed in.
Answer that for you right away. Yes.
And I was like, and so I was like trying to research, and there were some funny, like I didn't save any of them, but I want you to know that like that's the road I was going down. I'm like, am I a bad person, or am I like morally bankrupt or whatever? And it was like some of them I was like, they were funny. I love questionnaires. I love those questionnaires.
I don't do the ones online, but the bad person one, like I am bordering on a bad person when it comes to other people, but I'm so good with animals that I'm hoping.
Yeah, that's what I've always said about you.
I'm hoping it evens out.
It will. And I always say this when people say, wow, Dan seems like such an asshole. And I go, you know what? He's not. Let me tell you. And I go, listen, I'm a big fan of Dan. We might disagree on different things, but look, what he does with these animals is far above and beyond. And I'm hand to God, this is true. Makes you better than 99% of the fucking people that I know that are just like, that I think I'm on the same page as them or whatever. They don't fucking rescue old pugs, take care of pigs, stop eating bacon because they love these pigs. Like, that's impressive. And you don't, the child-free stance is good and the prepper stance is good, and you are in a long-term relationship with your life. All this is good. But really, it's the taking care of take an old pug that's like this, any kind of an old dog that's got maybe a couple months left on the fucking planet.
Like, I can dislike you and think you're a douche, but if you're good to animals, I can't hate you that much. Like, there's a limit to how bad I can dislike you if you're good to animals. But, yeah, that's sort of like the base thing. But all right, man, I'm gonna
That was a good episode. 1 hour, 20 minutes.
Episode 42. So, man, we're getting up to close to the end of the year. So we're going to be able to look back at our predictions for this year.
And we had predictions in the beginning of the year.
Yeah. You don't remember the prediction episode? Yeah.
No.
We did like a death. We guessed who would die. Remember?
I bet all their predictions probably fucking wrong. They were all like,
they're all wrong. Yeah,
doom and gloom, like the world's going to end. Of course, nothing happened.
So far, nothing has come true. But we will review it at the end of the year.
That's a disappointment that fucking nothing really bad happened. And
so wait, aren't you going to East Jesus soon?
Yeah, I'm going to East Jesus in 17 days. So we got a couple more. We got 1 or 2 more shows.
Next weekend I'm here. The weekend after that, I will be in New York City for Maiden. I will probably. I'm flying home.
If we can do a show on like a Wednesday or a Thursday or whatever the fuck, and just record it and have it as they say in the can, and have it in the can, and then like put it out. You know what I mean?
I have a hard out on November.
I have a hard out. I'm gonna talk it up and hit the post, Dan.
You hit the post. Yeah, so we'll figure that out. I'll probably get some footage in New York, in the suite.
Yeah,
but I'll put on here, and then it should be good.
I love it.
You want any Maiden merch? You want some merch?
No, I don't want it. No, I appreciate you asking that. You sent me a Maiden shirt before, which was great.
Merch. I love merch.
I don't really want any Maiden merch. I mean, today I do like merch. Today, a couple hours from now, by the way, I'm thrilled because I got the call from the guys in the Grateful Dead. Yeah, the guys in the Grateful Dead cover band called me up and they're like, hey, our drummer can't make it. I got another drummer, but do you want to come too and do a double drummer situation tonight? And I'm like, who's the other drummer? And they told me it's this guy, Charlie. And I'm like, oh, I fucking love drumming with Charlie. He's so great. So, and it's so funny because then you get put in this like text group list where they discuss what songs they're going to go, what they're going to play. And and there's some good ones on there. And I'm like, so of course I set up the drum set. I had to ask Roper, hey Ro, I need to practice this week. She hates to even hear like a ding ding, like you don't know. So I'm like, sometime this week, can I practice the drum? She's like, yeah, I need to go out and do errands. So when I go out and do errands on Wednesday from 10 to noon, that's when you can play. So I set up the drums. I threw a bunch of towels over everything and I practiced it. And I'm ready, bro. I'm ready to go. I'm going to go in there today. I'm going to kick some ass. It's going to be fucking great.
That is awesome. I miss playing.
There's nothing like playing music in front of people. And a decent crowd, too. They'll be dancing around. The lights are good. The sound man's good. Do you need more guitar in the monitor? Do you want a backup mic? Yes. All this is great. It's so fun. And Dan, we still got to get you to do the your project that we came up with a long time ago.
I know. I want to do it. The problem is, man, like this has been the most chaotic summer of my life.
Yeah.
And
once the house gets built, we'll return to the project where you find a heavy smoking woman in her 50s who can sing falsetto.
Got to belt it out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
You got to belt. Oh, here, let me.
And you can wear a series of wigs. I'm looking at you right now. Like we could put a series of wigs on you.
Oh, you want me to get into character, like.
Yeah, I don't want you to go too bad. I just want you to wear like a shimmery shirt and a wig. I think that's enough. You don't need to wear the full pantsuit. I think you could a shimmery, some sort of a shimmery shirt, and like the wig, like what's going on here. Yeah. So I saw this. This is amazing. Look at those struts. I like how this one has more of an open plan than the two on the right.
The one on the left, the room on the left, that's like the living room kitchen, and it has huge ceilings. Whereas the others are going to be more normal. The one closest to us is the garage, and then the one on the far side is the bedrooms. So
these two ones on the right are going to have like a second floor, which is kind of the attic with the.
No. There's an attic for the garage, and then on in the front there's a loft space that I'm going to use as an office.
Hold on, these ones that are on the right, is that just going to be an attic space that doesn't get used too much?
This is attic.
Yeah, but is that going to be a room where your stairs go up there?
No, this is a garage. This is a garage. So that's an attic.
Oh, that's a garage. Okay.
And then on the others, this one here is the bedrooms, and there's a similar thing on top, but it's going to be a loft room,
I see.
And then over here is the, living room, kitchen, all in one.
I like it.
The roof decking's done. This was a few days ago. This thing is flying.
They are fucking throwing this thing up. But don't those triangular strut pieces show up like already made on the back of a truck?
Yeah,
right?
The roof trusses have been here for weeks. So those sat.
That's amazing.
And now they put them up. So we're going to be we're moving right along, man.
And you, unlike me, you're not going out there after the crew leaves with like a T-square to just like.
No, I'm not going in and checking their work. No, I'm not. No, not that guy. No. All right, we're gonna wrap. Here comes the closing credits, episode 42.
Had a good time with you, Dan, as always.
Hold on.